Hey, what up, everybody? It's EJ here. So we're back with another episode of Ask EJ. This will be episode number 36. Yep, I know I've been out for a little bit, but here is what happened, and I've got a pretty good excuse why. So, to those who are asking, why did you cancel the show? Why'd you stop doing it? I haven't. All right. So I went on vacation. Yeah, I got to take one of those every now and then. Fall break vacation, and took the fam, and we went over to Gatlinburg with a couple other families from my kids' school, and we're having a pretty good week there. And on the last day of fall vacation, my wife decided that she was going to evict her appendix that was apparently inspired by ISIS because it self detonated inside of her, and it was quite a mess. And anybody who's had an appendix rupture, you kind of understand already how traumatic that can be. So she ended up staying in the hospital for over 6 days. And so here I am playing dad, running the kids to school and then running to see her, trying to get a little work in, then running back to see her and running to go get the kids, take the kids to see her and take the kids to their activities. Get them home, get them fed, maybe go back and see her a little bit, put them to bed, and then try to go back and see her. So I've got 3 kids, and they all scatter like the wind when their out after school activities come, so it gets a little difficult. But I'm back now, and let's get to it. So I got 3 questions here. All right, question number 1 comes from Zach in Baltimore, Maryland. Poor Baltimore. Okay, here's the question. EJ, we have a family dog. Cool. A pit bull that we rescued from a local shelter. All right. He isn't aggressive, but is protective. And I'm sure he would engage an intruder. Knowing this, shooting an intruder would become even tougher. Would become even tougher task. Would become an even tougher task. Because I do not want to shoot the dog. Rightfully so. What is your opinion on engaging an intruder while he is wrestling with a dog? Love and support from Be More. All right, Zach, first of all, that ain't a dog. That's a pit bull. And if your pit bull is wrestling with an intruder, I'd probably pop some popcorn, sit down in a lawn chair, and enjoy the show, man. I'm pretty sure you're not going to have to pop off the old smoke wagon inside the house. I think the pit bull is going to do the job. Everybody and their brother and second cousin knows the capabilities, whether stereotyped or not, of a pit bull. And therefore, I think you've got a pretty daggum effective home invasion deterrent, if you will. Yeah, it's a daggum pit bull, and you said he isn't aggressive, but he is protective. I don't know. Now, yeah, if if the dude somehow overpowers a pit bull, I hope you got a pretty big gun, because it's probably going to take a lot to stop that fool if he stops a pit bull. I'm just saying, maybe an artillery battalion or something like that you're going to need. I'd be screaming broken arrow inside my living room if he got past a pit bull, because he's probably a Sasquatch of some sort. I think you're pretty good, man. I'm just guessing, but aim high. If you had to shoot, aim high. It'd be different if you had like a Yorkie or something. But I think you're pretty good with a pit bull. I'm just saying. All right. Let's see. Question number 2 comes from Jim, and he did not list a city and state. Nice job, Jim. All right. Is there a reason you have an Eotech riding really far back on your receiver, closer your eye, probably closer to your eye, but the Aimpoint is near the front of the receiver? I've always run both toward the front, but I'm curious if there is a benefit that I'm not aware of. Well, not really, Jim. The Eotech that you've seen on the gun with the suppressor, like the little camouflage gun that I've got, well, that's an SBR, so it's a 10.5-inch rail. I have to run the buttstock all the way out in order to get where I want on the eye relief, and as well as where my hand goes forward on the gun. You don't want to put it too far. I might permanently leave some fingerprints out there on that suppressor. So, yeah, it's in a different spot. I normally like, on the second position of a buttstock, if I like a 4 position, it doesn't matter who makes it, but, they're all about the same in length in which they travel to the next stop. I like, on a 16-inch AR, I like the second position. And that's just me. That's just, where it is relative to my shoulder and my hand, and when I'm gripping and how that feels comfortable. And then where my hand is, if I'm doing the overhand C clamp, underhand, whatever type of grippy is cool this month in the gun world. And then that's why I can run the Aimpoint a little further out. But on the Eotech, on that gun, the way that the rail is at being 10.5 inches, I have to run the buttstock all the way out. So, no, there's no cool guy magic stuff reason why. That's it. Just a difference in the gun. That's all. Jim from wherever. Put where you are from there, Jim. Let's get credit. All right. Question number 3 comes from Justin in Florence, Mississippi. Okay. He says, "Hey, EJ, big fan of all your material." Cool deal. Please keep it coming. I'm trying. My question is, at night, when you're in bed with mama, where do you keep your EDC, Glock 19? I'm new to firearms and was just wondering how close you recommend keeping it by at night in case of break-ins, disturbances, etc. Go Vols? You're in Mississippi and you say go Vols? Better be careful about that. Well, okay. So I'll answer your question. At night, where do you keep your EDC? I keep it in my little hand safe in my closet, right above the underwear, socks, and t-shirt drawer, because my EDC is not what I use for home defense. I have a H70 shotgun, and that is like within arm's reach at night. So, like if you were asking where do you keep your gun that you're gonna, fight the zombies should they break into your house at night, then the shotgun is within arm's reach. But I'll say any gun that you're going to use for home defense, particularly when you're in the bed, needs to be about in arm's reach. And here's why. A lot of times when we have something go on in the house, we're quick to run and respond, if nothing else, for the preservation of said children, or just out of natural curiosity. But in reality, if something really raises the hair on the back of your neck, and that heart starts bumping pretty fast, going to the closet, however far it may be, going to another room or another part of your room, it may not happen. So always within arm's reach, if possible. If you have, like, on your side of the bed, you've got a closet, like one of those bifold door closets right there. That's a pretty good spot. Within arm's reach. And if you can take a step or two out of the bed and get it, you're good, man. Just in that proximity is what I would tell you. But my EDC, my carry gun, is not what I use for home defense. Just to keep the question clear. So, all right. Well, that's 3. We went from Baltimore, Maryland to we don't know where, to Florence, Mississippi, all in this one episode. So, cool. All right. That's a pretty good question there, Zach, on that pit bull thing. But remember, it's a pit bull. Yeah. So, again, get some good butter flavored popcorn and enjoy the show because that dog's probably going to tear that guy up. And then keep the questions coming. Need some more questions. Last time I checked, I think I've got, I don't know, I've got some more for my Sheepdog Society members right after this that we'll do inside the Sheepdog Society. But I need some newer questions. Like people ask questions like, well, what's your favorite carry gun? Like, I've answered that a million times, right? So let's try to come up with some new stuff that I can answer that people haven't already heard before. And then I can, kind of keep these mildly entertaining. But answering the same question every episode is going to get kind of old. So let's get some new questions in there. All right. Well, I got some new projects that I'm working on. I'm doing the audio book for Counterviolence and the audio book for A Life Worth Defending. So that'll be coming out pretty soon. Just finished filming a webisode, I guess, if you would say, a web show for the getzone.com website. And that'll be premiering at SHOT Show. And you can check that out on the web right after SHOT. So pretty excited about that. It's called Finding Fearless. And then we got some new projects in the works that I'm working on right now. And if you could see the studio, it's a mess. That's why I'm in my office. In a constant flux and change here as we bring in new stuff to you guys. So, as always, check out the social media stuff like the Insta Facebook and the Twittergrams and all that other good stuff. Trying to keep you guys abreast on what's going on here through that. And don't forget to add new questions. So, Sheepdog Society's members, I'll see you on the inside. And remember, we're back rocking this out. Okay, so as always, stay alert and practice often. We'll see you next time.